the most insane timing. I press play for Mavado song. Before the rifle sound. And as soon as the chorus about to hit, Kartel opened the door. The industry never understand 90% of what I was doing. I got so much backlash for it. At the same time when my sound was coming in, then you also had the sound of the artist who was coming at the time. So you have Aidonia, you have Mavado, you have Vybz and like, so that sound just helped to complement their sound. To be really, really honest, I know it sounds like Medusa trying to be modest about it. I never really understood the magnitude or the impact that a lot of these productions have on the people until probably 2-3 years ago. Because my intention was never ever for like run the place.
What's your real thoughts on AI in the music business right now?
I feel like.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a really, really, really special guest. Listen, when I first started podcasting, there was a couple people on the top of the list. I got one of the artists that we're looking for, Bounty Killer, top of the list, got him. Listen, there's 3 producers we're looking for, top of the list, and we have one right here, right now. You know, we have in the building today, we have the genius in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
My respect, man. Thanks for having me. Feel like this long overdue.
What?
For you.
Listen, somebody like you even agreeing and say, yeah, man, let's do, because I know you do interviews, you know, but you don't.
Really?
You don't do, no. You do a 1-2 here, 1-2 there, or something where you're comfortable, because I know you're always in the studio. That's why we had to come to you in the studio.
Yeah. And I'm a fan of the show too, though. So
that means a lot, you know what I mean? And even having, when we had Chino, we're talking about the vibes, it was a good vibes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I know a man like you, you're original Kingstonian man.
Yeah, for sure.
Grew up in Kingston.
Yeah.
All right, as a kid now, what was it like growing up? Because I'm not going to ask you like, okay, you grew up, do you know you grew up with a special father? Because in your mind, it would just be normal.
Yeah.
But your childhood, what do you remember as a child growing up like?
Yeah, like you said, it was just pretty natural for me. A lot of music, you know, a lot of musicians, a lot of the legendary people who I would realize more about as I got older. So like, oh, this person was always here, like, you know what I mean? So a lot of that. So just being surrounded by that environment and just being around the music. That's kind of what inspired my journey. Just observing, like being in the studio, seeing them create the music and seeing the process from start to finish. That I was just fascinated and I wanted to be a part of it because of that. So.
Because you've seen it and you say, okay. Because seeing it being made and then hearing the final product.
And then seeing it, like go on the road and see like my father tour and seeing him perform a song to thousands of people who I was there when they were making it. So as a youth, I was like, yo,
that was
I want to be part of that. That's kind of cool.
Okay, that was always in your mind. So, okay, let's do this. I remember speaking to Chino, you'd say that you guys would make a makeshift band. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then build these things. You remember those times?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
That, definitely. Because we were just always absorbed with the music, you know, and just fans of the music generally. So not like trying to be a part of it for anything. It's just genuinely just like
just love it.
Fans of the music, and I think that kind of translates in how a lot of how we go about the music to just doing it from a fan place and just not just trying to gain something, but like genuinely loving the music and putting that energy into it. So.
Yeah, I could say, because you guys don't really have like this hype thing to you guys. It seems like you guys really enjoy what you do.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. And I feel like it's like the music first, you know what I mean? The music is gonna be here after us. It was here before us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, so it's really about that.
You just came to pour into the music.
Yeah.
And keep it moving from there.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that was my goal. I just didn't want to be a part of it. I just didn't want to wake up one morning, hear something that I do on the radio one time, and I would be good.
Yeah. So it was you never wanted to say, okay, I wanted to be a pilot or a doctor or engineer. It was always music in your mind?
When I was younger, one time I didn't want to be a pilot.
A pilot.
but no, music was like, before I wanted to do it as a profession, it's just something I always enjoyed. Just like I used to, like even just go around the keyboard and try playback songs I used to hear on the radio. Just like to my friend, I'm like, yo, you know this song?
Look at this.
Kind of vibe. And not knowing that would be a skill I was developing that would apply to me in real time. So.
And your parents, did they encourage you to do music, or they just let you do whatever it is you wanted to do?
Yeah, I think a little bit of both. Because when my father built the studio, I was like 5. But it wasn't like, oh, here's the studio, you should learn this. It was just like, studio here, like if you don't want to use it, can. And then, you know, he was touring, so I would have time for like mess around. And so it wasn't like a pressure thing like that, but we just naturally fell into it. And
that's kind of wild to think that you have this big studio in your house. You know what I mean? It's like having a big song in your house. It's just something exciting. I remember my uncle, whenever I used to go to my uncle's house, just to see, like, he used to have a big song in the house. So I'd go downstairs, unplug the speakers, and turn on the sound just to see the lights up and down. And I mean, that was fascinating.
No, for sure.
You know
Same,
what I mean?
same though. That's how my interest started in this whole thing.
Yeah.
But it was a blessing though, for real. Like, and as I got older, too, I realized like how much of a like huge blessing that was to have that facility like readily available. You know, it's like, you know, and my reason for starting music, like I said, was me loving music. So, you know, my experience is a lot different from a lot of people doing music from the jump, you know, so.
For sure.
Definitely grateful for that.
Because talking about that, I know when you were 5, you recorded your first song.
Yeah.
The school song.
School Room.
Yeah.
That was on our kids compilation album, Reggae for Kids. So I used to play that. Them used to play it on the radio every morning when I was going to school. So I'd be in the school bus and all my friends over here. I was like,
That was on the Kartel riddim.
Yeah. Big riddim. Yeah.
What made you decide to record this album? Did your father say, okay, look, we're putting this together? Because I came out on the big ship. Did you say we're putting this together? Or you went to him and say, hey, I have something, I want to go do this?
So I don't remember the exact thing, but I feel like it would have more been like, I was always around the studio and I was trying to sing and do stuff like that. And so them just like pushed me to this and just like, you can do it. So good. Like, it was just great.
Because you even did a music video for it too.
Yeah. I don't know where the video is. I mean, I hope nobody don't find it on YouTube.
Just because they said that, what I'm doing now, when I leave here, I'm going to go search. Listen, if I can't find it, I must dig through the internet and find that. You know what I mean? Definitely. Because when I thought about it, it's like, I'm a big man, boss. And I've been in music a long time. This is my 29th year. And I'm looking at you.
Congrats.
Thank you. But listen to the congratulations. You're younger and you've been in the business profession for 30 years, bro.
Crazy.
That's insane. That's mind-blowing to think about that.
No, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
For sure. It don't even feel like that long to me because right now I feel like I just like learning a lot of the stuff now, like even more confident with certain aspects of even what I do know with production and stuff like that. So it's interesting how that journey works. Like, it's like a never-ending learning process.
Because you remember when your parents would say, this is Auntie Pat, we've been friends for 30 years. And as a kid, 30 years sounded
sounded like forever. For real.
But now after you live the journey, it's like, but I feel like I'm just getting started.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. I definitely feel like that right now. I feel like a new energy of like exploring creatively.
And especially in like modern days now where creativity is something that's celebrated. You know what I mean? Before, you're doing music, parents might lead you somewhere, but now being a creative is a thing.
No, for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's one thing I have to be really grateful for. My parents really allowed me to explore my creativity like that. You know what I mean? I never had, you hear the usual music struggles from the stories, like parents never want them to do this and that. I never had that, thankfully. So even by the time, my career kind of started kick off while I was in high school. So by that time, my parents could understand. So I never had pressure like for go to college and them to see. The house was busy every day. They saw that I couldn't manage any other school. So it was really cool. It was really chill and I really got to do what I was doing. Good to go.
So after you did that song at 5-year-old, what did that song do did it do anything or you weren't even paying attention to it at that time there?
Yeah, I guess that would have been my first like professional start in the industry. So like I said, it was being played on the radio all the time. It came out on an album. That was the first time I make money from music. And we got a royalty check.
I can't believe that, boss.
No, I got a royalty check when I was like maybe 6. I remember I don't remember, it was like, I don't know, like $500 or something. But to me that was like, I can buy a house, I can buy like a
Lamborghini.
Right. I was like, toys for the next 20 years. But no, it was good. But it definitely started my like, this could be a real thing. And then I started going into production as I got older, and that solidified like, I could like do this for real. And with production at the time, obviously I could have been behind the scenes, which I enjoyed. So I was like, this could actually be like a real,
Okay, so after that, so you really enjoy being behind the scenes opposed to being up front.
Yeah, so at the time, because I started out as an artist with the school and all thing. When I discovered production, I think that fit especially them time, the generality, I was always like a shy kid. So when I realized I could have been doing all of that creatively and still be in the background
Yeah.
and still have that impact, I was like, oh, this feel like my thing now.
Yeah.
But obviously, like as we progress, then people started caring more about producers or whatever. And that was more like a thing. So I never did plan for me like a face of anything. But, you know, it worked out that way.
Here we are. And did you, your brother Chino, and your sister Shima, did you guys discover music together as kids also?
I would have said, well, I mean, Shima's older than us. So she had, Shima's mom is riddim, so she was already, both whole households had music. So she was already like playing piano from a very young age, all of that.
Yeah.
So yeah, she was, I think we kind of individually started, but we still all at the same time were exploring together. Yeah. If that makes sense.
No, 100%. It makes sense. Okay, so you're doing your stuff, you got your little royalty check and sticks and all that. So then this is gonna, let's go up to even like high school now, Arden. So when you first went to high school now, did anybody in school know, hey, this is Steven, he was the one that sang that song when we were kids?
No, so like no one knew, mostly towards the end of my like high school, career, my high school life.
Yeah.
Because I never used to talk about music at school.
Okay.
I used to just go to school, the normal thing, and then when I go home, I have a different life as the producer, the genius, whatever.
And that was something you did on purpose.
Yeah, because again, just my personality. I just never like excitement. I just didn't want like, do school and just do that, get that out the way. And then when I go home now, I do the whole thing. So, but when I was leaving school, because by that time I already have like Red Bull and Guinness and them thing out. So that's when people start piece it together, like, oh, you know what I mean? But
the quiet guy in class, he's the one that...
Only like people who were close to me at school did know that I was doing the stuff, because I would have played them stuff or whatever. But yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, for sure. And did you go to school with any other people that was in music, other like somebody else's son or daughter or whatever, that was also in music too?
Yeah, a couple of people. I mean, Arden especially, I have enough people. Jesse Raw, we got Arden. Russian, we got Arden too. Whole heap of people, man.
Yeah.
Enough people. Enough more producers too. Remus. The whole heap of them, man.
Yeah.
But like at the time, I don't think we weren't like actively doing it at the same time, but we all knew each other from that point.
From those times there. That's wild, bro.
Most of them would have been probably a year ahead of me or two, but we all still knew each other.
In the same link.
Yeah.
Because I know you started selling beats at around 10 or 11?
Yeah, around like 11.
How would you even think of sell a beat, boss?
It kind of just, I don't even know, it kind of just happened because it's like, you're making beats, you're doing your thing, whatever, and then like words start going around. You gotta make something for one person. One of the first persons that I did like sell a beat to was Outlaw, a producer named Outlaw, and then Father Romy from Exodus and things. And that start traveling, them tell a person and the next person come and like, and that again shaped my like studio producer thing, because I would have to be making beats from scratch. So producers would come and be like, hey, I want something like this vibe or this kind of energy, and I would have be like, and so there would be a room full of people and look with me with my drum machine and just watch me. And like, so that was training me again to like work under that pressure. You know what I mean? Some of the first set of rhythms I did to it was me making rhythms live. Like playing live instruments, like drums first and then bass.
It seems like we're skipping something here. So you started, you first did your song at 5. You were selling rhythm beats 10, 11, 12.
Yeah, around there.
But you started playing instruments before that.
Yeah, so I started playing the drums early on, like, maybe around like 10ish or so. And then learning other stuff like guitar. Most of those things was just self-taught. I only went to like formal lessons for violin, but everything else was just self-taught. So
how do you teach yourself to play a drum, bro? I remember that you have your feet, your 2 hands.
You know what? With the drum specifically, because that was my first instrument, what I used to do every single day when I come home from school, I used to put on the headphones and play my father's live show and play along with the show like an hour or whatever. And so Clevey, from Steel and Clevey, I was Uncle Clevey.
Yeah.
It's somebody I used to study. So I used to know every single fill, every roll, so that was me every single day after school, every day. So everybody who live at the house would hear me go from terrible to, oh, this kind of get a little better now.
Yeah.
Hey, Steven, that I play. So it's very nice on the place.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was a development thing.
And it was all self-taught.
Yeah, for sure.
That's wild. That's even to think. where did you see Clevie doing it, or you just heard it and you figured, let me beat it in this way, this is how it works?
I mean, I was always fascinated with it because we used to always go to live shows ever since. From I can ever remember, like my father came to a show from 5, like them. So I used to always just be backstage, obviously, and watching.
Yeah.
And I said, yo, the drummer them just always look cool to me. I was just like, I want to do that one day. And, and, you know, like Uncle Cleve is like family, so somebody will obviously look up to. So I was just like, yo, and like listening to it. But again, just doing it just out of pure fascination, not me planning to do music or planning to be a producer or like that. Just me just wanting to learn because I'm just excited about it. But yeah, developing a real skill. So
that's why. Yeah, any of your early rhythms, did they take off or do anything? Your early rhythms that you had made?
So I did one of my first like juggling attempts was a rhythm named Dutch Master. Never really like do anything, but that was like my first try at like putting together juggling. And then after that, I did get to like the cartoon rhythm. That did really start giving me like a real buzz in the street. That's how they made Delhi ranks, and like Mavado was on that till like before him did even blow up. And like
he was on the cartoon, bro?
Yeah,
but he was Mavado or singing blacks those times there.
Him was Mavado at the time, but him still never. That was before Real Macaw and any of that stuff. But yeah, like, and then so that they kind of really give me like a real push, and then Red Bull and Guinness now started everything, and then after that I just.
It was there. So it was because you made Red Bull and Guinness for Delhi ranks.
Yeah, and it came out on Delhi's label, pure music. Yeah.
And that really started the takeoff for the genius.
Yeah, that shifted the sound, and then obviously everybody was like, the sound started changing, and then I was making other stuff for myself and for other people with that same sonic. So the sound started taking over because like these rhythms started sounding like this. So you know, that was cool too. Yeah,
because to me, when I was speaking to Chino, I told him that I think you're the one that really brought in that hard sounding dancehall. It had that more aggressive, hard, loud sound to it.
Yeah, and I think it's like I think the timing was just really good because at the same time when my sound was coming in, then you also had the sound of the artist who was coming at the time. So you have Don, you have Mavado, you have Vybz, and like so that sound just helped to complement their sound, and it's like a perfect.
It was perfect storm where everything just happened.
Because like Mavado come the wedding I do, and straight out the gate, that was one of my biggest songs, my first like hits.
That's Billboard, boss. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so you know, it was like even that too. Like when that song on Billboard, I was still in school. And I never really know what Billboard was. Like, people tell me congrats. I was like, cool.
Okay. I guess I did something. You know what I mean? Because I know one of your favorite producers where you said you were obsessed with this band's production was Timbaland.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. For sure. And that sound, you can hear it in like those, like the bones and all of that thing.
Yeah.
So it was just like a big blend of everything that I was influenced by. So listening to dancehall, listening to hip hop, and listening to Timbaland, Neptunes, everybody, and the dancehall music that I love. So it's like a merge of that energy.
What was it about Timbo that you really gravitated towards?
Groove. I think his groove and like pocket was always just so cool to me. But it's funny because he got a lot of that stuff from Sly and Robbie.
Okay.
So,
so it was like a circled back.
Yeah. Like a lot of them grooves. If you listen like things like Get Your Freak On and them rhythm there.
Yeah.
It's like Sly them did have a rhythm that Sean Paul was on with the same kind of vibes. Like it's all full circle for you.
I did not know that, boss. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It was.
So then it was a groove. Okay, Bob, you're influenced by Timber. You're selling rhythms. You have the Red Bull and Guinness, but because of the Red Bull and Guinness, if I remember good, that led to the 12 gauge.
Yes.
And so 12 gauge was Liquid. That was for Liquid.
Yeah. So I made it, and I gave it to Liquid. We started recording on it and gave it to him with some of the songs, and he got some more people on it. Yeah.
Why did you, your early times, you decided to actually sell it opposed to say, okay, I'm going to produce it for myself?
Well, I mean, for me at the time, it was just, I was kind of consciously trying to spread the sound as well. And then and also just like, it was happening also fast, but just working in the zone. We had just met Liquid and just have a relationship with him, and we're in Delhi at work, and like, so it was just like, with us a flow. It's just like, I think with 12 gauge specifically too, because Chino did the Inner the Club song on that, which was for Quad. And Liquid was the DJ at the time. So we're just like, this will be perfect. Liquid can just run with this, and you know. So I don't remember the exact reasoning behind it, but I remember it's just in flow when everybody a link, and I was just consciously trying to spread the sound to build rhythm for like DJ Sunshine and like Chrome and like different people, and just like, you know, just add to the sound and just kind of just build a link with everybody.
So what was your first big project that you kept in-house and decided to send out?
So after Red Bull, I think Power Cut Riddims was like my...
That was the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was in the middle of all of that happening. That's why it was enough things at the same time.
And that was 07?
Yeah, I think either 07, end of 06, 07. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Power Cut. Yeah, Power Cut was on my rhythm too.
Yeah. What was the thinking behind Power Cut? How did you even construct a rhythm like that?
It was just like that whole cinematic kind of like the big intro with the big crazy guitar. I was just obsessed with them kind of thing, that like orchestral kind of progression or them something. So yeah, and it was just me trying to figure out how to make it like dancehall and gritty, and you know, so it worked. It worked though. And like I said at the time, the same, it complemented the sound of like Mavado and like, I think Aidonia was the first person who recorded on Pocket actually.
He was the first one.
Yeah, him and then Kartel and I think Mavado. It happened fast though.
Yeah. How did you link with like early Kartel and early Aidonia?
Donia. I met Donia one time because they come to the studio to record some dubs. I think I met him before that through one of him brethren, Icon. But then when he came to the studio the first time, he was recording some dubs for some named Jay and Bobo, I remember. And that's how I meet him in person, I would get for a reason. I did voice him and stick up with him, Kingfisher come, and then something. And then they voiced Red Bull and Guinness. Yeah, so that's with Donia. Yeah, big up Donia to my brother that for you.
Listen, you've been working with Donia for almost 20 years now.
Yeah, no, for sure. Donia, my brother for you. Yeah, crazy. And we ended up with some crazy stuff. But and then Kartel, I think was, I don't remember how, I think him did record on, so he was on Red Bull and Guinness, but I never recorded those songs. I think actually DJ Liquid recorded, I think Gunshot. This spot, Gunshot, he recorded at Team Spot. They did already have that relationship before. And I think the first time I actually recorded him was 12 Gauge. Yeah. Actually, they come to the studio. I remember I was in my uniform and recorded 12 Gauge. But it was like, that was the first time recording. It was super fast, super quick. He just asked for the name of the rhythm and he just write down the book in like 20 minutes time, 12 Gauge.
That's great. And did they take you serious at this time? Because you were at school youth that time.
Yeah, it was. So I remember after me and him get cool, I remember him did say to me one day, and was like, yo, because he was at the studio waiting, and it was like, everybody was like trying to call Steven to come record him. So he thought that he was like, I guess Steven's like the man who run the studio. So him were waiting, and I remember being at school and everybody texted me, I was like, yo, I still have 30 minutes left in our class. So I remember him saying to me that when him see me come and pull the studio door and I'm in uniform, it was just like, and everybody's like, Steven's here. I was like, huh?
This can't be the right Steven.
But then when I started recording, it was like, oh, like it makes sense now. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and that was different because at the time, we never have a lot of people my age doing like the stuff I was doing. So I know for some people, it take them a while to wrap them head around. But yeah, man, it was interesting.
Because you hear a lot of stories of people in their school uniform, but they wanted to be artists, not the people in their school uniform producer. That was almost unheard of.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
And definitely a lot of people never take me serious because we were trying to record enough artists at the time, and I remember enough people just kind of like, and we were trying to go about it like the real way, not like using my father's name or none of that. But I go studio for real and wait for an artist and like just try to play a rhythm for me and some people would have been like, look at you.
Yeah, God school. Yeah.
But no, it worked out though. Worked out.
That time there, so then that rhythm really took off for you.
Yeah.
And did you, at this time here now, did you guys start to build the Big Ship Camp with like Laden and Chino and who else was it? Craig Dennis, Einstein and Brahma.
It would have been different timelines because like Laden was later on. Probably like 09, 08, 09-ish. Craig Dennis was probably, it was obviously earlier before he passed, because he passed right after his song started really blowing up on Power Cut Rhythm, Taki Taki. So, Yeah, the timeline them kind of different, but yeah, it wasn't like intentionally trying to build the camp, but it kind of just fall into place that way. Like, you know, people with their own way. Obviously, Chino with family, so that different. But and yeah, at the time we just kind of work and it just kind of come together.
Yeah.
Stein get a big song from Park.
Yes, right. That was his break right there.
Yeah.
When I talked to Stein, I had a wicked conversation with Stein.
Yeah.
He said, yeah, man, it was big ship, and it was really over there is where he got his break.
Yeah, it's really like between me and Jordan them, it was really doing like most of the big song them with Stein for sure. Where I remember the first time in DJ, I'd give him the rhythm power cut, and him pull up at the studio and was like, yo, I find something. I was just like, all right, cool. And I remember the first time, like, he was trying to, like, get it ready for singing. And I think I set up the computer or something and, like, the rhythm I play, and I just hear him say, rise the machine. And I look up, I was like, yo.
Yeah.
Whatever that is, like, keep that. Like, that's the hook, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, good, but I remember feeling that in that moment, like, yo, this I go run.
Yeah.
For sure.
So there was at that time you were starting to understand feelings like, okay, once I feel this, I know, okay, this we're really taking off now.
Yeah. And I mean, you feel that a lot of times, and you know, you can only hope it translates and resonate the same way with the public, you know. But that's always the best feeling to have while creating, like, oh, this feel like you have something.
Yeah.
And, you know, I just hope it translates.
Yeah. And did a lot of people, because again, you have the famous father, big man in reggae music and so, did a lot of people think like, I'll just Freddie you them, they're just doing a thing.
Yeah. Well, I think for me, part of what was helpful was because I wasn't in the same lane. Because I think it would have been different if I was trying to be like a singer. Then you would obviously get the comparison, like, oh, I'm not as good as him, that kind of vibe. But I think, because surprisingly, even to this day, enough people, when I see it in like my comments, like my TikTok and everything, people like surprised when them find out the reaction. And they were just like, yo, what? His father, like,
They didn't connect the dots because you're such hardcore dancehall stuff you're putting out. And he's more reggae vibes.
Yeah. So, like, to this day, it's still funny to me when I see people just discovering that and, like, them freaking out. But yeah, I feel like that helped because I was in such a different space. But, you know, obviously people in the industry who knew, like, so that they come with whatever. But, yeah, I think it wasn't as difficult as, you know.
And what kind of advice did he give you when you guys first really started to go down the path where he seen that you started to take this thing serious?
Yeah. I feel like, I mean, just always just general guidance, you know, as any parent would. But I'm just trying to make sure that a lot of the stuff, like business-wise, we stay on top of that too. Like, obviously, he would look out for us with a lot of that. I fortunately can say that I never end up in a lot of the situations that most people have to go through. I was talking to somebody about, I think Shaggy made that tell the other night. Like, everybody go through a period, them get messed up in the industry.
You have to, like, it's almost like it's a rite of passage. You have to get some type of burn.
Yeah, so I didn't never go through a lot of that because I had him, obviously. So as someone who already knows the business. So, so yeah. But yeah, I think just general, to be honest, most of my advice from him would really be just observing him, just seeing how he went about things, and just like, that was kind of my roadmap there, versus him just saying stuff to me like, oh, do this, do that. Just kind of observing and be like, okay, I feel like that's the principle of it. You know?
Seeing what he does and say, okay, that seems to work. Yeah. Dad's doing it for his thing. Okay, I'm going to just apply the same principles. My thing over here, dancehall back.
Yeah. And him allow if we just do and just learn our thing and figure it out. It wasn't like a thing where it's like controlling what we're doing. Just allow it, and just whenever I need to get involved in just like, yo, this, that, but give space for just like figure it out. You know?
Did he ever, because you know it's Rastaman, big man, them time he's singing conscious, was it ever like a vibe where we're doing hardcore dance, how when these bad man sang them and all this, where it's like almost like, I can't say like or dislike, was it almost like a know what you're doing out here, know what you're doing with the name type of vibes?
I think for him, he understood the creative aspect of it more than most people. So, you know, he would, because obviously at the time, people would have come to him about it, because them seeing the songs and them knowing need for this, and them, it was like, yo. But I think him used to like defend it in a way where it's just like, yo, like, him understand the creativity aspect of it, and it's just like, and I'm also 15 years old at the time, so it's like, a man I go sing Marrow Fly from Merlin. There's so much and no more I can do at 15. Just like I'm grateful for get that song. So, like, you know, but yeah, they understand that creative aspect of it, and you know, they see it in real time. So, and like I said, no, so it's not like it would have been different, I think, if it was a case where we were trying to live the life of some of those songs. He would have definitely get hands-on and involved there. Like if we say we do things and go bad man road, so then it would have been like,
well, I talk about Morrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Even though it's just music, I would just create it. So, you know, you get it.
So it was a good vibe then.
Yeah.
Doing your stuff now. When did you decide to start getting back into your artistry? Because you're producing now.
Yeah.
So it's like more like Chino's the artist, you're the producer. When did they kind of pull you back now into being an artist?
Well, I kind of always still involved because like even like how I work now, I'm always writing. I always coming up with ideas, writing for other people, giving ideas, whatever. So some of the times that would have been the natural progression, like I would come up with a hook or something like that. So I think one of the times when I did get back involved is when I did Protected with Chino. And then I think right after I did Careful with Kartel.
Yes.
Which was funny enough because that was a demo.
It was a demo?
He recorded to the demo. I wasn't trying to be on the song. But funny story about that. I remember when he was recording it I never even have the full words of the song. My demo was like mumbling. That's why you be careful. Careful. So he recorded the verse to that. But while he was recording, I remember I said to him in the middle of the record, I was like, yo, I pressed the top back, I was like, yo, if we get one of them bad singers to sing this like Javinci or somebody like this with a shot. I remember him expression changed and I said like was like, so why you can't stand it?
Because you demoed it, so why don't you sing it?
And in my mind I wasn't thinking about that. I was like, no, I just like the idea I wasn't thinking about. But if you listen back to the song, though.
Yeah.
Him locked me into the song because at the end of every verse him said my name. So it was like
so you have
to sing the chorus and like so it was just like so yeah, that was interesting. That come with and end up that big song, and then the one with Mavado right after.
Okay, so they were close in succession though. The Can't Help My Life and Careful.
Yeah, I had to because I couldn't. You know, as with that song with Kartel, I could not do. It was. So it was like I was kind of always in there like that, and then So it's not like it wasn't like a full on thing like I'm going to take up this now and stop that kind of vibe. And as I got further along, like more songs from my rhythm, then like Bones or them something just like just being a part of it as it comes, not like super intentional.
Even the one with Mavado now, Can't Take My Life. How did you guys come up with that song? Because that song is one of my favorite songs. There's certain songs that just pop in my head like every so often that I sing, and that's one of them.
Yeah, I think I came up with the idea. I had a demo for the demo only can wish, demo only can talk, and I did the chorus. And then I called Mavado and he came in and I'm here in like 20 minutes and go in and knock out the verse them quick. Yeah, I think we'll drop it like the next day. It was mixed same time, I just drop it the next day. Well, yeah, that was a vibe.
Yeah.
Them kind of energy that always work to like, especially with his vocals, like them kind of chords and them kind of things that always feel special and like heartfelt from vibes,
from those times there.
Yeah.
Early times when you're working with Mavado and Kartel, what do you find was the biggest difference in their recording style with you recording one? What did you find was their biggest difference?
Biggest difference? I mean, them have different styles, obviously, as you know, sonically too. But Kartel used to write in the earlier part of when we started working, so that would have been different. He used to like have a book that he used to write in. He would write super fast, but he used to write. And then Mavado didn't write. He would have just like kind of figure it out, go off the top. But yeah, I think the biggest difference would have just been the styles, because Mavado would have usually approached the rhythms from a different perspective, kind of more slow it down and like, you know, sing the longer melodies and things like that. Kartel at the time would have been more lyrics, and you know, at that time, you know, Aidonia and Kartel visited them like just lyrics thing. I think, more so just the styles and the process, I would have said, more so like, but everything else, but similar, but like them different.
Yeah, because like one didn't like to record like, okay, I want to record first thing in the morning, and the next one wants to record 3 o'clock in the morning, light down, and
well, yeah, I would have worked with Kartel more early in the morning, early in the daytime, and then Mavado would have followed more like in the evening. So like in terms of the time, that's what it would have been like.
Yeah, because you have certain artists that they like to. There's something about 3 o'clock in the morning where they really that's where they feel their full potential.
Yeah.
And I mean,
yeah, it would have been different, but yeah, it would have been mostly. That would have been mostly with the schedule. Like,
right there.
Morning with Kartel and evening.
So you went straight out of high school, straight into production.
Yeah, because it already kicked off while I was in school. So at that point, I was just waiting for school to be done.
Just can we get this over with now? Yeah. You know what I mean? But at least you said, okay, let me graduate. Let me get this done instead of just saying, yo, forget school altogether.
Oh, no, yeah, I couldn't do that. I mean, by the time I was in like, I would have said like third form. That would have been like ninth grade. I think by that point, I already realized that I already knew what I was about to do. So I was just like, let me just get my work done. And I just know once I get this done, then it's just full on music. I still did well in school though.
Listen, you can't be named the genius and not do well in school. I think you're just a person where anything you put your mind to, you just naturally good at.
It wasn't easy, but I definitely pulled it off. I remember like, you know, my study for CXC and I try to mix song at the same time, or like have somebody else do that help me with tutoring, and I was like, yo, 1 second, let me just finish this mode. So like, it was our time, but it was interesting. I still got the work done. So yeah, anybody watching, the creativity is not an excuse for not get the education right. So that's super important.
But remember, your first song was about school. You understand? So you better stay in school and finish what you're finishing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So you have all these rhythms, dealing with all these artists and stuff. You're getting back into production, into being an artist. What was your next rhythm that really took off for you after PowerCon?
After that, I think right after PowerCon, I did Tremor rhythm. That they have like Amazing Grace, them song there. I think at the same time I was doing like, I was doing productions for other people. We did have After Dark rhythm, that was for Sunshine. And then the Clash things that, them period, the Gully Gaza thing. There's so much rhythms I can't remember like the order of it, but it was enough things. It was after Tremor.
Because let's talk about Tremor 1 minute. You see you remember I told you ushered in that hard song?
Yeah.
Tremor was super hard.
Tremor was hard for sure.
When you listen, Amazing, but I want you, my war. Listen, when that turns on, it's like, it was so different and so sonically crazy that what is this guy doing?
Yeah, it's funny. The other day, man, it came on my Spotify the other day on my drive, and the Mavado line said, "My war is like no other. And we don't have no sister, no brother." So my 2 little daughters in the car, and I remember that I looking at the rear view, and I see when they hear that line, both of them look at each other and just like their mouth open, they're just like.
No.
It's just funny, but yeah, that was a hard rhythm for sure.
And what was the thinking behind Tremor now?
It was just in the moment, really. I think it have a crazy drum thing in it, like was going super fast. I think that was how I started making the rhythm, and then just the hard strings and that's what they come about.
And did the industry understand a rhythm like Tremor when it first came out?
The industry never understand 90% of what I was doing.
Yeah.
I got so much backlash for it, for sure. But, and it's interesting. I remember, I used to get enough backlash for enough of the song, the usual arguments, real dancehall, blah, blah, blah. But I remember I got some of my confidence for doing stuff like that came back from conversations with some of the legends. I remember at one point, the conversation was like heavy. Every week, you just see man pan ER and them things I talk about is like, yo, Gene, Steven, it's just not real dance. Yeah, them something there. I remember I went to Anchor Studio one day. That's Gussie's studio. And I saw Robbie Shakespeare, RP Robbie from Sly Robbie. And I saw him before he saw me.
Yeah.
So at the time, I'm feeling like me and like this little youth, the entire industry against me.
Yeah.
So me see him, I was like, oh no. I just like try to go the other way.
Here we go again.
But him see me and him call me, I was just like, yo. And him call me in my mind, I was like, John, I want to start this man. I got to lecture him, and tell me weird something about real dancehall and this and that.
Yeah.
And him called me and he was like, yo, you're Freddie Hughes, right? Steve. And I was like, yeah. Nervous, But he was like, yo, you see all of the thing them what they must say about your sound and like he must say, yo, don't stop make the music how you want make it. And then start going to something, he must say, yo, like when me and Slide just start saying where them used to like say our sound not like authentic and this and that and where they use the technology, the drums and whatever.
Yes.
And him said to me and was like, yo, don't change up your sound, just do what you do. One day then we'll get it and everybody will catch on and them are gonna start making rhythm just like you. And when he said that to me that day, I was just like, huh, if him can say that, I was just like, all right.
Yeah, onto something.
Back to the lab, we're gonna make me 135 BPM rhythm.
Yeah, because that time there, as I said, it was hard and it was really fast.
Yeah, it was definitely fast. Yeah. I don't think at the time it was probably only myself and probably like Don was probably making like rhythm them kind of tempo there. Yeah, but yeah, everything else at the time was like, you know, like 90s BPM. Yeah.
The fact that people were, it sounds so weird to think about now in 2025 that people were bashing those type of production and style, and these are now turned into classics.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, no one them did the bash were bad man.
Yeah.
At one point they have like some forum website that every week I was on it. Them was talking about crazy life. Like everybody did that better against me. I was just like, I don't understand if I keep push.
And it was somebody like Robbie Shea, he was the only one that really gave it encouragement, or there was like other people?
No, there was other people for sure. But I remember that specifically because of how important it was at the time when it was happening. Because I remember, like I said, it felt like the entire industry was just against, because my sound was taking over at the time, and then, you know, when a new sound developing the whole thing, and it was a topic, and then the songs became topic of conversation. Because, you know, the artists must have some crazy things. So it became this whole discussion. I remember every week somebody had something to say on like ER or some show like that, and every week it's just like, here we go again. Yeah. Some artists have some artists who I wasn't working with would have something to say. And I was just like, but yeah, definitely some of the legends like that. And like I mentioned before, like Uncle Cleve and like people that are still giving like the confidence.
Yeah, the strength.
And like, and then as you meet and go around more people, just like you see people appreciating it. And you know, I work with some of the legends, and I work with Killer and like some of them and them I show love to the thing and so it never feel like I was so alienated from the rest of the industry.
Got you. Yeah. Even that too. With Killer, I know you did work with him, but you didn't do enough work with Killer. Yeah. You did some, like even Beenie, you didn't do enough work with Beenie, but you did work with him. Yeah. Killer, what was that like the first time now work with Killer? You know Killer's a different individual.
I think the first time I worked with him was on Power Cut, in the voice on Power Cut.
Yeah.
I never recorded it myself, but he recorded it, and then I got the files. I think it was Foota Heart did bring the files to me. And you know, that whole alliance moved that time. And then that's where me and him they kind of start working. And then I think we did like a couple more things after that. And then we was on other rhythms that I made, like 12 gauge and like a couple things like that. But no, in general that one. And you know, always a good vibe. You see Killing on the street and always a different He
has a good ear and good foresight to know that, okay, you see, you're the one. Even if people don't notice it for the next 5 years, he has a way of seeing things.
Yeah. No, and Killer is definitely one, like I said before, him is one of the people who encouraged it to. And was just like, yo, just keep doing it. I remember him said to me, I see him one day, I think it was Quad or something. And I know him don't remember this, but him said to me, was like, yo, if you keep this up for the next 10 years, you're going to be a legend in the industry. I remember him said that to me when I was like maybe 18.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I remember when he said that, I was just like, 10 years enough still, but I can see what I'm going.
Yeah.
In my mind, I said that.
Of
but,
course.
You know, but I was just like, but I always remember that encounter from that time.
Because even Beenie Man, because I know people say there's 3 artists that could pick up things quick. Like if you like write a song or you show them this is the way how it needs to be done.
Yeah.
Beenie, Bounty, and Ellie.
Yeah, Ellie. Yeah. Ellie is one of the super encouragers for me. He was one of like my, because I was Ellie voice on Cartoon Riddim.
From back then?
Early. Yeah. And that time Ellie was like all over the place. But him just give me the chance just out of just loving the music I was making. Just purely out of that. And him, I mean, anybody who know Ellie for real, know how him is like, him is the ultimate like confidence booster in the studio and like make you feel like, you know what I mean? And Yeah, it's definitely him is definitely one of my favorite people to work with, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, no, I heard he was quick when it comes to pick up a thing. You say, okay, this is how we're gonna do it.
Yeah,
and he's quick with it.
Yeah, man, for sure.
I mean?
Elia just vibes, man.
Yeah.
Just a genuine good person too. So just always good vibes, bro.
Yeah,
for sure.
and even Beenie Man now.
Yeah, Beenie, legend,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, man, Beenie have a couple of things for sure.
Yeah, they give me. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a big song. Yeah. Him did the Gaza thing too.
Yes, okay, that was your riddim.
Yeah.
Bro.
That was his idea actually. They built a rhythm for his song, and then Kartel did record after. But yeah, man, Beenie did enough for them. Beehive, enough for them things. Yeah.
When did you notice, like, okay, you had a real stranglehold on the business, going from the people talking to now we have this lock now?
You know, honestly though, and I know it sounds crazy, I never felt like that at all.
You never felt that?
Because I would have just be working and just focusing on the next thing. I never ever, to this day, like I never work and like stop to check the score. I always just like work.
Yeah.
To be really, really honest, I know it sounds like me just try to be modest about it. I never really understood the magnitude or the impact that a lot of these productions have on the people until like probably 2-3 years ago.
Get out of here.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Because to me, it's just like, it's just a next rhythm, it's just a next song, and it's just like, on to the next thing.
But I know you weren't partying and all those stuff there, so it was probably hard to gauge what's going on in the dance. But you're listening to the radio at least.
No, but like I know that the stuff getting played, and I know that the impact is happening like in the streets, and like I go pass on like the real road and see them for real. But like I wasn't looking at it like, oh, this is like taking over, because my intention was never ever for like run the place. I just want, like I said, my goal was for hear myself on the radio one time. Like would have been good after that.
Yeah.
So to me, I wasn't working from a place of trying to take over or anything like that. To me, it was just like, I'm just do this and I do it fast. So
it wasn't ego driven.
Yeah.
It was more music driven.
No, for sure. Totally. So I never really see it from a place of like, oh, I'm taking over. But the music was spreading really fast. But I was so focused on like what's gonna happen next. I never really in a mindset like looking back at my running place kind of vibe. It was just like rhythm them I play, have a grateful and I'm find the next thing now. Change the sound again kind of.
You see the trick with it, there was no real analytics back then. You didn't have a Spotify to go look, okay, wow, there's people in Africa listening to it. You're in Jamaica, that's what's happening. You might get 2 calls or something, but the worldwide magnitude, I could probably understand where you probably wouldn't really get. And you're still young at this time here.
Yeah.
You're not really, were you really flying around and seeing what was happening?
Like a little bit, but not like to the level of now where you say like everything would be in reach, like social media or whatever. We definitely saw the impact in Japan for sure.
Okay.
That is one of our biggest markets to this day. Especially like Chino, like he's
like a
Japan.
god out there, bro.
So like we definitely saw that there, and with the riddims and like a lot of them, I would be working with a lot of them because of the riddims that I was putting out. So definitely saw that. Enough people from Africa too. But like it's different because we weren't seeing it. So it would have been like people telling you stuff, and it wasn't like the same. I went to Japan a couple of times, so I could have seen that for myself. But yeah, man, it's interesting though to see it play out that way.
Yeah, no, 100%. Listen, we're in Canada, we're in Toronto these times, and when we're hearing these rhythms come out, and we're hearing the impact, boss, it was next level. Because again, as I was explaining to my wife earlier, we were on the Welcome to Jamrock cruise, all right? Dave Kelly was sitting in the corner here. And enough of what you're hearing on, a huge legend, enough of what you're hearing is Dave Kelly's production. I said, listen, you see the guy we're going to go see today? He's like a younger version in his time of a Dave Kelly. You know what I mean? And then she really understood the impact of what it is that I'm talking about. I'm telling you, it seemed like every 2 songs was a Dave Kelly production.
No, Dave is a next level. And Tony too. Dave and Tony.
Listen to me. Those Kelly brothers, bro. Crazy.
And I have a funny story about Dave, like, well, his production, because I never knew him at the time. But when we were working on Red Bull and Guinness, I remember, because at the same time he dropped Sham song. So I remember I come from school that day. Delhi picked me up from school. Delhi picked me up that day. Never forget. They have a black Lexus, I think. And I was in the back of the car. Colin Hines doing a world premiere of Ghetto Story. But him I play the instrumental alone, 85 rhythm.
Yeah.
So remember I work on Red Bull and Guinness. So to me, I'm just like, I'm almost there. Like I'm about to kick in the door of the industry. You know, yo, me hear 85 rhythm. I'm stressed. I was like, yo, who heard him this?
Yeah.
Because Colin was playing it and he was talking on top of it. I'm in on the back of the camera and I say, yo, who heard him this? I was just like, yo, I almost had it. Almost was whoever dropped this rhythm now mash up everything. And then them just I play the instrumental and me in the back of the camera. I say, yo. And then they mix in Sham song. This is so fire stuff. I remember I was just like, yo, oh my God. A woofer song this one.
Okay, so you didn't really know other producers like that when you really come into the game.
Yeah, I mean, knew of them, but like never know them like that. Never met any of them like that. Obviously I met Dave afterwards and like Dave super cool, but like at the time just hearing them for the first time, so I'm just like, yo, crazy. But yeah, I mean, Red Bull and Guinness still come out and still work, but it was such a different sound. I remember 85 rhythm was slower than everything else. I was like, yo, like I hear it and just know so this is gonna work, kind of way.
It's just having that super insight. Again, it's a feeling. I tell people whenever I feel my head goes like this, I know, okay, this is special right now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I love that too. Like that's a big part of what I enjoy about music and even like being in the space and like, cause I don't approach music from a competition place. I like having those moments where you feel something and you're like, yo, whoever did this I got shot. Like, and it give you an energy to like do more stuff to versus like, cause like that's one of the things for me. At one point, my music was the only music being played on the radio.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? There wasn't much like inspiration of like other things where you hear people like, yo, this, you know what I mean? So at one point that did kind of, cause everybody started making music like me. Like the rhythm them
because
so, like
it started to turn to have that faster, harder sound.
So that again, based kind of what I mentioned earlier, that's why I never approached it or looked at it from a me taking over, me running the place thing, because I enjoy having the other things that I can listen to and be inspired by as well. And like having that, you know, the partnership, like that when I drop a rhythm and this song different.
It's not competition per se, but it's more like, okay, he got this, look what I got. And then, you know what I mean? So it's not like, yo, I got this up, man.
Because I used to look forward to that. Look forward to like, Chimney, I go drop a rhythm and then this next person and Renaissance drop this and that to me was like an energy. I was like, all right, cool, everybody active now. Like I said that to Jordan the other day.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, him to drop something. I was like, yo, we're ready to see Chimney active again. Like we love it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I love that. Because I'm a fan of the music itself, not just like for make it work for me or just, you know what I mean? So and that's why I love when people just hone in on them creativity and go all in. Because I think it energizes all of us in the business. When anybody hears something that sound really good or something that look cool or everybody enjoy it and get inspired. So I feel like we have to approach it that way and just use it instead of like trying to compete. You know what I mean?
You have to be a fan of the music. I tell people I'm a student of the game.
Yeah.
I watch everything. I listen to everything because that's how I learn to make my craft, my skill better. You know what I mean? So, okay, you know what? Holy frig, the fixie got that over there. Okay, you know what? Teach them got that over there. I could put my thing on over there. You know what I mean?
And I feel like we're missing a lot of that now because I kind of feel like a lot of the people in the business now don't, my opinion personally, I feel like a lot of them don't love the music.
They like what the music could do for them.
They love what the music can do for them and what comes with it and the fame and the money and the girls and whatever, but enough of the time, like within 5 minutes of talking to some of them, I can tell. I was like, oh yeah, I know why you're doing this. Like, you know, I can tell people who love it versus like who just love being in the mix of it. And that's why I think a lot of them operate in that way. Like, it's not about it's tricky. Like, even when you think about how artists operate now, I feel like a lot of the artists from before, there was like an unspoken thing that everyone knew that we were working for the music. Now everybody kind of working for themselves. So like everybody's trying to do, I'm the first artist to do this and the first man to do that, first to do this. And it's like a self thing. And it's like, we're not really working for the industry anymore. And I feel like the other genres overseas understand that better. Like a lot of like the big collabs where you say something like R&B and whatever. No, for them artists that aren't actually friends, but they understand the bigger picture of like, if Chris Brown and Usher do a song together, at one point I believe they weren't cool. But them still jump on a song together because they know what the impact of that would have been. Them just say, so, well, we don't like each other, we'd have to hang out after this, but this is going to make millions of dollars for us and the entire industry. And we'll just get it done. I feel like that would have been the most difficult thing to pull off in a dance. Unless you're like a DJ character or somebody. But like, so the man them don't love the music, like them love for them own thing.
What
and it
comes
make it
with
harder
the music.
for us to push as a genre. And that's some of the things when we feel like are the struggle now. Cause like, if we all work together with everybody's strength, crazy, like nobody can hold it.
Bro, you know how big this world is, bro?
Yeah.
Even if this is the person that at the top of the food chain running dancehall, okay, cool. It's only one person, you know, bro. You could only do so many shows, you have to have a collective of people that understands none of us are bigger than the program.
Exactly.
The program is music. You understand?
And there's no one artist or one producer or one anybody who can carry an entire genre.
It's
no
impossible.
matter how talented they are, no matter how many hits you have, it's not doable. One man can't carry it. Like, you know, like Bob Marley is a GOAT, obviously, but reggae comprises of a lot of different people. And you know what I mean? And every genre is just like that. It needs people and it needs a movement for it to really push through. And I feel like if more of us take that approach, where we focus on like doing it for the music, more so than just like doing it for me and like what this I got to do for me and how it I got to look on my page, then it will be more impactful and it I got to help all of it.
For sure. You could have, in music, people are hotter, people are at different stages in their career, we get that, but you need other people in it to carry it with you. You understand? What if you're the only person in music? You're not hot, you're not king, you're not nothing because you're the only one there. You know what I mean? You need other people in it. You know
and I mean, we said that a couple of times. I mean, I am young, but like I remember seeing like even the time when we like Sean Paul just jump out and Billboard crossover and then Wayne won done and like Sean and like we saw that collective energy the same way. And it wasn't like the man would do song together, but it helped the entire genre because of the continuity of it. Like everybody was like, we see Champagne, the Billboard, and we see Sean Paul, and we see just like it felt like a big movement. You know what I mean?
Everybody's working. Even when you first started putting out these rhythms and stuff, how did you come up with the names of your rhythms?
That would have been different, like different thing. Sometimes it would be from a song, sometimes it would be stuff that happening. Like Red Bull Guinness, I think, would just say it in the studio and turn into a thing. Which could have been dangerous, because we never know if that would have a poisonous or something, but the names are cool and it turned into a YouTube for real. Things like, I remember like Dairy for them, that was something where there happened in a Nannyville, I believe. Like a party named Dairy for me, just like the name and name it. So, sometimes just something just comes to you.
So there's no one way that you always come up, this is how I name it, like I just thought of it.
It can be like anything, like I'll know when I get it. Like Pepper Rhythm, I have the rhythm and then when Mavado come voice, as soon as him said the line, oh, let me talk, when I step up, get up the rough name on a pepper. As soon as him said, I was like, oh, Pepper Rhythm. I can name the rhythm Pepper. So like, it could be anything like that, like moments like that.
So a lot of times you don't really have a name for this rhythm. But again, as you said, it's multiple things. Sometimes you might have a name for this rhythm before you put it out.
For sure.
Or once you put it out, or once it starts building the juggling, then you say, oh, that's it right there.
Like I said, when I did voice Kartel the first time, I did tell him asked me, I was like, yo, what the rhythm name? I was like, 12 gauge. And it was like, all right, cool. And then he writes 12 gauge. You know what I mean? So like, sometimes we have the name before, sometimes it can't come
It works after. Okay. Doing all these wonderful stuff, you work with the Aidonias, the Bounties, the Busies, the Vybz Kartels, the Mavado. But this is where the business started to separate now. Did you see when it started? Did you see the crack started, or just one day it just all happened?
I picked up on it while it started happening. Like, it happened so fast though. It's like that whole time was kind of like a little blur. But yeah, because I remember everybody kind of link. And then I remember like it kind of just stopped look that way. I was just like, yo, what? And then me and the Migla, everything, obviously. But yeah, and I remember it was weird for me at first, because I was just like trying to be kind of the middle, I don't know what me do now, because you know I'm working with everybody. Yeah. And then I'm recording all the songs, so it's like, so it kind of put me in a little tricky spot. But yeah, I remember when I started pick up on what was happening, I was like, oh, because before it would have been like some little subliminal things. Like some lines and lines. I was like, I wonder if that mean. And then it started make more sense until it got like direct. I was like, oh shoot, this on for real. And then but yeah, it was interesting. I mean, I guess the biggest struggle was me keeping a neutral ground, which I always maintained. But yeah, it was an interesting time for sure.
For sure, because I know even this is when you're in the middle, but this, as you said, they started recording the diss songs. And you're reading them. So how would that work? Would like the one come later, one come after? You send it to this person or this person. How did that all work?
It almost seemed like it was just on a perfect timing system. Like, cause I never used to play each other's songs for people or none of that.
Okay.
There's only one instance, like with Daybreak Riddim. That was the only time I remember one of the artists I'm hearing the other song. Cause it was like that Mavado did have shot on the bleach with cream. But the rhythm was done. The juggling had already done mix. I mean, you would remember this time. At the time, we used to send all of the rhythms to Johnny Wonder. And he would have blast out all of the things. So I had a process where I go through all of the mixes for everything. So listen to everything one by one to make sure all the mixes, the radio edits, blah, blah, everything cool. So the juggling done. Mavado was the last person who recorded on the rhythm at that time. So I remember I listened to everything in order, reached the last song, which would have been Mavado's song. Kartel pull up to the studio, but I never know. Because at the time, I never have cameras at the studio yet. So it's just the most insane time. And my first play for Mavado's song, before the rifle sound. And as soon as the chorus about to hit, Kartel opened the door. And him walking in here, shot on the bleach with cream. And I remember him just coming in, and him hear me, and him just come right back out, and I'm going to the beat and put on the headphones. I was just like, Johnny, here we go again. Because at the time, me did start try avoid some of the clash thing them. Because it would have pressured the rhythm then. Like, people would just play the two clash song them and then the rest of the rhythm kind of just. So I was trying to like strategically not, because like that rhythm, the Kartel, they already have a girl song on it. I don't know they have a girl song. So it wasn't supposed to be that none at all. Just Mavado happened for record last and decided to say that song for the rhythm. So it worked out that way. But that was the only time I remember like one of the artists hearing one of the other songs first and then counteracting. But the other ones was just like purely just timing.
So it was like, okay, you have like a juggling, you'd put it out, one artist would hear it and then you'd come back and record it.
Yeah, it would have been, Because like Power Cut, they have enough of that too. Because them was going back and forth on Power Cut. Because him to do the songwriter thing. And some of them I wouldn't record either. Some of them was, because that song, Mavado did some boy don't know about bad man thing, they want the song. I never record that. I heard that after actually. And they come back and hear it. And then it did get excuse me, it did get complicated in them time there. But it did get tricky. Because Kartel did come record the counteraction for that song.
Oh, because the one that Mavado did wasn't on. You didn't record it.
I didn't record it.
But Kartel came and recorded the counteraction.
Yeah, but and at the time I never heard the Mavado either. I think I did just fly in. Or just come from somewhere. And Kartel showed me was like, yo, my forward come link you. Good, thank you. My forward come link you. Just a Power Cut line up. So in my mind I was like, Power Cut, why am I work out from Power Cut? And was forward to the studio, go straight on the booth. Hey singer, me I call songwriter. So I record all of this and I listen to me, and in my mind the whole time I record I'm just like, yo, what's going on? So when he finished recording, he was like, yo, just put the two songs them on the CD, put the Mavado and then put my song. So I said, all right. So I put the Mavado song, I'm gonna top shot on the miss.
Okay, so you almost thinking that it's a counteraction for you.
And I said, yo, what going on? And I said, I'm gonna put, and I was like, no, the next one, the songwriter. And I said, yo, which song that? And him said, oh, I know you recorded? I was like, bro, but I don't know which song this. I think I have to get the song from, I think Nico Bam Bam did bring the song. Because I did just come back. I remember seeing this before, like YouTube, whatever. And that's when I heard it for the first time. I was like, yo. And then them time that the clash was in full effect, I was like, John, this I could go crazy. But so it would have been some things like that where like some of them I would have recorded, some of them I would have known about. Like, whatever. But it did go back and forth between some of the rhythm them. Because at that point I think the clash I go between Power Cut to Sunshine Rhythm after dark. Some boy just chat too much and like said it all over the place. And like me and the Migla tried juggling and mix all of them. So,
And was there ever like a time where it's almost like where it would be a trust issue? Because you're not showing anybody bad face per se, but we don't know about this one, Steven. Well, you really that bad.
yeah. I mean, I think for me, I can only speak from my experience, but I think there was a respect there because the artists them they kind of understand where I am in the middle of all of this. And I think, to be fair, them know what this was doing for them too. So it was like, but because I think because of how I went about it, it was more like a safer situation because a man just knows, say, yo, Steve not just the music him care about and I'm just excited about the music. And it never seemed like I would have been like leaning towards any side like that or anything. So, and it was just a good system. Them were just say, all right. And it kind of like is a cheat code. Them just know, say, maybe ready to this, it just like a work and you know.
So you almost didn't really mind that that the clash was happening, or there was one time where you kind of said, I want to be left out of this now.
Yeah, man, for sure. When it did start get to like, when police start coming to my house and them something, they did start, that's when I was just like, this kind of, we need to make like some happy music now. No, like literally, it start get to a point where they have like some situation at the studio that was like, you know. And like, it did start get like, government start getting involved and things like that where it was just like, I did have to start intentionally switch up the sound. So I was just like, all right. That's when I start make some of the happier songs, like the From Morning and like Time to Shine and like enough of the singles and them kind of vibes. But yeah, it did get away. Yeah. But like, you know, me just in the studio, so me not even really pre what happened. Yeah. And to me it's music, so I'm not really tapped into like all our going like that fully. But yeah, it started get to a level.
For sure. Yeah. Did they ever buck up at the studio one time when you were there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After that same whatever the rhythm, Daybreak rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah. The day when it came out actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, the two I remember I wake up and see the two carry them outside, I was like, yo. Yeah. Boy, it was cool.
Yeah.
And again, like it's our principal things, our respect thing. Yeah, you don't know, my studio, like my father, like it's a whole thing. So I wouldn't expect anything for go left there, but you know. It was, and I think, like I said before, I think everybody kind of respect the process and know what was happening. Yeah. So them know, say, helpful for them career-wise, but it was real though. But they understand what to do for them.
It was a lot of things happening at the same time.
Yeah, a whole lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and every time them can't sleep, man, as they break. Yeah. Rhythm. Song mix.
But as you said, at these times, it was kind of almost overshadowing a lot of other people on the rhythm, on the juggling.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was the only tricky part. Cause remember, I'm producing my record, all of them songs, and I have to mix all of them at the end, which is time consuming. So I have 30 songs on one rhythm and I have to mix every song different. So it's like, I'm literally like stuck in the studio. Yeah. So it did start get away when it's just like I just mix 30 songs and just 2 songs alone play. Yeah. You know, so
you would feel a way, the artist would feel a way, everybody feel like they're getting overshadowed in this situation here now. But even when you're juggling, why would you even put so many people on one rhythm in the first place?
At the time it was just like because everything was just moving so fast, and then like the studio just became the spot. So everybody was just coming there and just like, as somebody a record, there's like 5 more people waiting to record. And just like, by the time you look around, you end up, I'm just like, yo, how 25 songs end up on the rhythm in a 3 day?
It's like, that's how quick things were moving.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Like they rhythm, that they happen like, I build the rhythm, call Ellie and make him hear it, him come voice with Ding Dong. Ellie call Kartel while him is recording. Kartel come and voice, that's how we meet Da Vinci, them do the song together. Mavado come and voice the day after, and like Aidonia come, like everything was just moving, and by the end of the week, the rhythm I put out, and up on radio, DJ Liquid, a world premiere, like
this was like almost instantaneous.
Yeah, man. Really real time.
Do you even look back at any of those rhythms and jugglings from those times there and say, and almost hear something in it that almost crosses your skin? It's like, oh, I know I could have mixed this better.
Every day. I just heard one today. I don't know which rhythm it come on number shuffle. Yeah. I was like, yo, why haven't you used that song there? I was like listening back now. But yeah, I mean, I'm not like, I don't nitpick about stuff like that, but just like I think because my in a different place now, I can hear it. It's like, yo, I could have done that better, or like, you know.
It's one of those things here. Where, I don't know about that there, because I want to. Okay, I'm gonna go forward, and we're gonna bring it back just now. You'd release in 2024. I think you'd release the files. What was it?
Oh, the recovered
files.
Yeah.
Okay, because you said a lot of them were just YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Because those times they were just getting blasted.
Yeah.
There was no DSP and all of those things there. Yeah. One song in particular I always wanted to know about the song, bro, was Laugh and Shot Them with Aidonia and Kartel. That,
yo, enough people ask about that song for real.
Yeah.
So that was actually, so I did build a rhythm. It was me and Aidonia working that day actually. That was an early morning. It was me and Aidonia at the studio. So what happened, Aidonia started record the song. But how Aidonia voice, him don't write. So him always just like DJs like piece and then come out like vibe and probably smoke or something and come back in. So what happened is Aidonia voice the hook, first verse, and then outside again and just a vibe. So while them a vibe, the studio door open, so the song I play, and Kartel just pull up same time. So them outside are reason and whatever. And Kartel was like, yo, that body, and it was like, yo, and him was like, yo, what going on the second, then the verse, and it was like, and him just, and him just jump on the song, and that's how that they come over.
That's how Laugh and Shot Them.
Yeah,
bro.
I mean, that's a good thing to like. That's why I think that studio vibe, studio community important too. Cause enough of them magical thing that couldn't happen. If
you're over there, I'm here, or I have to send you a thing. Somebody has to pull the door and just hear say, oh, that's what's going on. I have something for that.
It's like, and especially being in the studio every day and being around all of the artists, them, I see that so much, like happen so many times. I see so much like miracle happen for songs were turning up massive hits. Yeah. And I'm just like, yo, this could never happen unless everybody was here at the same time. Like last night I tell Dale about Sasco song and Pepper Riddim. Not all them can do it. So Sasco come link me when Ellie voiced a song on Pepper Riddim and Ellie was saying, him over a song was saying, no weapon that form against me shall prosper, like a Bible thing. And so Sasco in the studio, and then Ellie said to Sasco, he was like, yo, if you do something fun this year, mad thing. Like Ellie hype him up. So Sasco started writing verse for the song and said, so Sasco said, not a rifle, no shotgun, no one pop. No, like in relation to Ellie's song. So Sasco think he was doing a collab with Ellie. so I'm going to the booth and I was like, yo, which part of the song, blah, blah. Ellie was just like, no, man, tell you for like voice for the rhythm one. Cause at the time, I think Sasco, they kind of like, was kind of stepping away from like the juggling thing. So I never really want to be part of that. But like, just an example of how the magical thing they work. Cause like, if that never happened, that song probably wouldn't be like a thing. And like, you know, just like different moments like that. And I feel like that kind of missing now. Where like the artists are not really together, the creatives not together. It's like you send a man a rhythm and a man just then I'm own little space and
just vice or
whatever.
Different
inspiration. You know? So I feel like them days you could hear the community in it. Some song you can listen to it and you can hear the energy of the studio in the song. You can be like, yo, feel like the studio there when this record.
100%. You're talking about energy. Was the another one from even the recovered files was the Alliance song.
Oh yeah.
Huge song. Bro. Please take your time and tell me how that song came around, Genius, bro. Because that one there, legendary song.
Yeah, I did that song when we were young too. So, I think I just leave high school.
And those times there?
Yeah. Cause I remember, I was still young. So, I think, I don't remember whose idea it was. It was probably Marshall and Bling or them and Busy. Something. It was, I don't want to mess it up and say anything, but I remember them they come to me first. It was just Marshall, Bling at the studio and Busy they pull up. I would make the rhythm and Marshall record the hook. So and them they have the idea for make this an alliance anthem kind of thing. But everybody was waiting to do it together. So I remember at the time, so them do the hook and it was like chaos to get everybody in the studio together. Forget Killer specifically for forward at the time. So we did it the whole day, whatever, then Mavado forward. But I just remember everybody was waiting on Killer. That would have been the deciding factor if the song there gonna happen or not. And so I don't remember exactly all of the details, but Busy them like pressure Killer for forward, pressure him, and it really get mad from the man to when they eventually forward. And walk in and them come hear the idea. And him I just remember the energy in the studio when him say, "Don't God, don't bad." It was the whole studio lift up. I say, yo, everybody did just know, alright, this gone. But yeah, that was a mad energy. It was like a really random idea. The man just linked me one day with the idea, just like, yo, idea to do this alliance thing, blah, blah. I was just like, yo, we're ready.
Yeah.
And just build a rhythm fast, and then that was a history song. Though.
Because what's crazy is, remember, you're building the rhythm, you're recording the rhythm, you're mixing the rhythm.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
And I do it fast.
Yeah.
Because the man want the song them come out right away.
Yeah, no, that was a big one there. What would you say is another one of your favorite songs off of that the Recovered Files?
Yeah. I mean, that was definitely one of them for sure. I don't.
Or even if it's not a favorite, something where a real crazy story is attached to it.
A crazy story attached to, I think, My Scheme, because that song almost never exists.
What do you mean?
No, because of the bill. So I don't remember if you remember. I have a rhythm. I have like a shadow series. So it's like shadow rhythm, darker shadow, and shadow after dark. So I did build shadow rhythm first. I did build that just like from scratch. I think it was me, Kartel, Rhino, Sean Sam in the studio, and I built the rhythm. So the first song Kartel started recording on shadow rhythm was the hook for My Scheme. Was like no change, but on the fast beat rhythm.
On the faster one.
Yeah. So him start the song, halfway through the song, he was just like, yo, man, I like that. That's that. And me, I said, dog, no, this bad. And I said, please, make me finish this. And him fight me about it for about 5 minutes. And I said, John, my vibes broke the day. I'll never forget. I said, John, no star. And him end up record, we both me going there whenever we like. And I was like, this bad thing, but in the whole time in my mind, I was like, yo, the
you
other song.
This one here.
But him telling me to delete it. Anybody who work with me know I don't delete nothing. So
okay, don't worry. I deleted it. Yeah. So
my voice him and my voice Rhino. That was the first big song to anybody still in the paper? Same with it.
Yes.
Yeah, and so my voice him, Rhino, Sean Sam. And then when him gone, I remember I pull up at the first idea, the My Scheme thing when there. In my mind I was like, Johnny, I can't believe a man like this. So I listened to just the acapella and I was figuring out, I say, yo, how we can get him to finish that song. So I started listening to the pace of how he was singing was like, Jimmy, no change. So I started building a new rhythm around it. That's how the darker shadow rhythm come up.
Because that had more keys to it.
Yeah. So I'm just following the pace. So he was like, me no change that song. So I play change, some me go, and build like an orchestral thing around it. So because in my mind I was like, yo, me need him for hear what me I hear, like so he can finish the song. And then I see him the next day and I was just like, yo, more play something for him, play it for him. And he looked at me and I was like, all right, this is bad, I could finish it. And I was like, yes. Because it was like, but again, no, like that's, like it's a funny story, but it's important how like having the collaborative effort in the studio, like having a producer, because I imagine that if I did just send that rhythm to him, that song wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
Because if it's some random engineer record him and him tell him to delete the song, I would have never even heard the idea. But because I could have hear truth and hear what it could have been and fight for it too, because I literally fight for that song there at the end of it and then play it back to him and try convince him to do it. And it worked out. So that, and then vice versa too. Sometimes an artist hears something that the producer can't hear. I've been in that situation to where me just, Dark Again rhythm was that for me.
Okay.
And then we really like that rhythm.
You didn't like it?
But and then when him did voice, what if you want it? And then I was like, oh, this kind of vibes too. So it's like, it work hand in hand. We need the collaborative thing and like, with enough artists might have them situation that too. Like, you know. But yeah, that's always a reminder to me where Shoma said, important for have ears in the studio like that. Because you can miss, like, imagine, that's a big song, but we almost could have just walk
didn't
over
exist.
Because,
That's what, I seen somebody ask something someplace. They said, who has more hits with Steven? Is it Mavado or Vybz Kartel?
I see that enough time. Yeah. I definitely have more hits with Mavado.
You have more with Mavado? Because
I have a longer working relationship with Mavado too. So my very first hit was with him to begin with What Them I Do. And like, me and Kartel did only work for like a couple years. Me and Mavado work like so over time we have more hits for sure.
Yeah, man. I always seen that around, like, who has more hits. But somebody else that you have, like, some Ross hits, bro, from is Aidonia, bro.
Oh, no, man, I don't have
Listen.
hits for sure. Yeah.
What is the working chemistry that really works with you and Aidonia and even you and Mavado?
I think we just understand them. You know, I think, as you would with anybody who you have such a long working relationship with. And also like them when they're like my brother them too. So it's not like even just like a producer artist dynamic. Like we're actually like, you know, family them. So I just understand like sonically and psychologically to like how them work. So we kind of have a good gauge of how to work with them because of that. And I think sonically we just have a sonic blend of sound that just work. Like every time people hear it, it just makes sense. Like when you hear Mavado and my riddim, it just sound like what it's supposed to sound like. And same with Donia and like, you know, like with most people who I work consistently with, like same, like that's why so much people like crazy about me and Kartel collaboration. Them. Like it's just a sonic thing that I think does work. And I think, yeah, like I said, I understand them too. So I know like, I understand them process in the studio too. So like even those little nuances, like I'll be around Mavado and I can just read the room and just know what kind of vibe, you know. So I'll know what to play. Yeah. Or just like, or how to record certain things just based on the mood or like the conversation. Or just little things like that. Yeah. So it's deeper than just song and rhythm. You know, so I understand them something.
And how come your time with Kartel was so short?
We did kind of stop working together like maybe around, I don't know, like 09, 08 or something like that. We just did have a little thing and just never did our work for a while. I mean, I haven't seen him since. No, I mean, since in the road, obviously, but yeah, we have whole heap of hits on history.
yeah. Because this is now where your camp, Latin, really got his shot. Time to shine. How do you come up with this? Because this wasn't your typical hard sounding beat. How do you say, okay, this is what we're going to give you and this push him through the door?
That was, so like I said, that was the time when the thing just started getting away. And
okay, so then you had to really,
but Time to Shine, that was Latin idea actually. Him, they come to me with that melody. He was like, yo, when it's going to be my time to shine? And sing it. I was like, yo, this bad, you know? And I would just build a rhythm with him and just knock it out. But yeah, and then in that time period, I did start kind of enjoy that sound. So a lot of the things I was doing in that time, like when they have Time to Shine, did the From Morning with Chino, Sasco, when they're like, no, come on, everyone. Like them kind of like brighter kind of. So like, but they'll be like, even them same time, they'll be like, set me free with them, love them. So like them like brighter.
So it started. So then you started to really understand the difference between a darker song and a lighter song at this point here now.
Because my default was darker, for sure.
Oh, you like that?
Yeah, that was my.
Yeah.
I mean, still
like
my
grungy.
But like now I know how to like turn it on and off. Like, can turn on the darkness anytime, but we know how to gauge it.
Oh man, I even remember around this time here too. I think it's around the same time. You would put out your song, your solo song, Can't Friend Again.
Oh yeah.
Listen, to me, when I listen to that song, to me, I might be wrong, but that sounds like your most aggressive song that you ever really put out. Was there a story behind that, or that's just what you felt like recording that day?
That did tie up with the whole Kartel thing, honestly, from them time there. But it was a general song, but it was just inspired by this current situation at the time. But yeah, it was that song was super fast. That song was not one day. Really.
Yeah.
But again, to me, it was just like, I was just expression, and then I was planning like, okay, this is gonna be like my artist stepping out moment or but history to this day, as I sing that song like on dub every single week.
You took the words out of my mouth. You see when that song came out? Any song you could think about had that song on dub.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
To this day, it's still surprised. I'm just like, yo, which sound me not sing that song for? Like it's like new sound I make. Just like,
And the special part about it, 'cause remember, there's a lot of effects and stuff that you put into that song, especially the first couple. And the dub, and the dubs sounded exactly the same way.
yeah.
So you were really sitting down in the studio recording these and putting back the effects into it, bro?
Yeah, it's just home record. Yeah. That was the first song that I actually recorded, like proper recording, because the other songs what we mentioned before, like Careful, them song that I recorded them in the top back in the board and not like the actual mic.
What?
Because remember, my approach at the time was demos. So I just didn't want to get it down anyway. Okay, I wasn't thinking like, all right, set up a professional record. So Careful again, I think was the first time I did like actually like real mic, Sony set up properly and like really record. But yeah.
And would you say that song there really, people really took you serious as an artist at that time when you came with that song?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. After that, I think, everything that followed after that, and like the girl song and all of that, did kind of just like, start having the shows and like them kind of things. But yeah, it was. But I think it just kind of, that's when a lot of people realized that I could make songs as an artist as well.
Not just a feature on a song with somebody else. You have a whole song to your.
Because again, that would have been an earlier time when it was like a producer be an artist at the same time and on his own beat and them kind of things. So that was like a new thing at the time too. Yeah. So a lot of people was like, oh, no one knows this is possible. So yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, bro, cause you cut that was like sickness.
Yeah.
And time sickness, bro.
Yeah, no, the dub thing to get away from me. Johnny one that linked me when it did just come out. And it was like, yo, it was something like, yo, I have like 30 dubs here. I was just like, what? Like the first week the song dropped, I was like, yo, whenever you even plan for all of this, we'll just drop the song. Like,
just putting it out and see what happened in there.
Yeah.
No, man. So even you now, you're more as an artist, you're writing, you're producing, making beats. So how do you at that time there really decide, okay, this is what I'm keeping for me, this is what I'm gonna give to this person, this is who I'm gonna write for this? How did you decide all of that?
It just happened make sense to me. Like, I'm not somebody who like partial with anything like that. I know what makes sense for the music. I'm not gonna be like, I'm not gonna write a hit song that I think could be for somebody else, and I should do it. It have to make sense. You know what I mean? So, and a lot of times when I write, no, I don't write with people in mind. Sometimes it just happens, or I can do. Some of the times I write like, oh, I can write this song for this specific person. But yeah, sometimes I just have the demo there and just like, oh, this would have fit this person, fit that person, and then, but yeah, I don't have it's usually just like whatever I feel like right and what make the most sense. I can be like, oh, this person should sing this song, or just try to play this for them, and like, But yeah, I like that part of the process though. I like that part of the creative, because it's a different experience from producing alone, where you can create a song, lyrics, melody, everything, and then see how that translates to the world on another artist as well. Yeah. Like, it's a whole different part of that for sure. But especially when we write like for girls and things that obviously a man wouldn't sing. And see how it translates, I'm like, oh,
okay, this works. Because even like a riddim, like at this time, I know you did stuff with Liquid, Chrome, as you said, Deli, and I'm pretty sure there's a slew of other producers too. Did they tell you, okay, this is what I want, or you just built it and you just had like a riddim CD or whatsoever, say, hey, this is what I have for you to get type of thing?
Like, I would say a bit of both. Like, some of them would have ideas, or we just put ideas together. Like me and Chrome work like that on a couple of the things. Yeah, it would be a bit of both. Some people would be like, oh, I want something that kind of have this vibe or something like this, or something that I just already have. Like I said, like that was the situation with 12 gauge. And like, yeah, so it would be different based on like case by case.
Yeah, no, big stuff. Because I would say you kind of eased off of juggling probably around 2011, 12?
Probably, because 2011 was Pepper Riddim. So maybe, yeah, because that's more when I did start doing like overseas stuff. Like, the more like hip hop and kind of like Latin crossover kind of vibes. That's when I really start like dialing on those things. Yeah. But yeah, maybe. I did drop like one or two things still after, but that's not like like on my usual like monthly kind of thing.
This man said monthly, bro. That's wild to even think about that, bro.
No, but train kind of like my the audience bad though, because I remember it hit me one day. I just released a rhythm. I don't remember which rhythm it was. Released a rhythm today, you know? And I remember the next morning somebody emailed me and was like, "Yo, bro, nothing new." I was like, "Yo, new?" I was like, bro, but just dropped a rhythm 12 hours ago. I'm gonna ask about a new thing. But them just used to me just putting so much things so fast. But,
yeah. No, that's super wild to even think like that's the speed that you're moving at. So then now it was because you're more working on the hip hop and overseas type of music. That's why you decided to slow down your juggling.
I mean, well, it's a couple things. Also, like, I feel like, for one, I feel like creatively, I kind of feel like I hit a ceiling at that point. Like, in terms of dancehall. And I feel like there's more I could do, but I just didn't need to, like, learn it and figure it out. Like, now I'm in a place where I can apply all of the things that I learned. That make my songwriting and production super easy now. Like, now I can hit the nail on the head and be like, oh, this is going to work if this artist sing it like this. I don't have to like guess, because I'll learn the technique then from all of the other things that I do. But I feel like I was trying to figure that out at that point, and I never want to just be putting out riddims and just dropping things just to fill the space. I didn't want to be intentional and be like, I already have this great body of work that I already known for, and I want to build on it versus just add random things around it. So I did really take some time to try like kind of hone in on my craft and just like lock in and just like build it. Cause like I said, I really care about the music and not just like somebody can just run up the numbers and have a next.
Let's run the place, yeah. You know what I mean?
So that was one thing for sure. And then, you know, like you enter a new industry doing stuff up here, you have to learn. It's a whole learning process all over again. You know, you can't just walk in the room and be like, I'm genius, I already have big song, you know, that's all you have to just put me in all of the rooms. It's a process and take time, as any process would have been. Same way I take my time for get into dancehall, I have to take time to get into the spaces here. So yeah, I just was juggling that. And, you know, I'm juggling real life too, you know. So like, and then, you know, all of it come full circle and I can do all of it now and know how to navigate it properly now.
You have to go through it. Who was the first big international act you worked with?
I had different things, like I think maybe at the time outside of our international acts, maybe like Nelly Furtado, or like, I think she was one of the early ones for sure. Then they do like the Drake thing, Controller. Then,
okay, Erks, don't gloss over that, Stephen. Do not gloss over, because I seen Controller is the 125th most played song on Apple Music ever.
Oh, I never know that.
Yeah, you didn't know that. It's 125, Controller. I know that was a real collaborative effort to put it.
Yeah.
That was you, Super Dopes, Boy Wonder, and there was like 2 or 3 more.
Yeah. And then Drake and that was a mad thing. We did that in Miami here.
In Miami?
Yeah.
How did that come around now to really, listen, this is Drake, you know, bro.
So I remember at the time Dupes used to be, his management at the time was managing all of the OVO people, like Boy Wonder, all of the other producers. And I think they were in Miami working together on other stuff. And Dupes had told me that, like, for just pass through the studio, they might work just for, meet them and link up or whatever. So I think I did just go there for just meet up and link up. I never have my computer, nothing, because we did do all of that in a Wonder computer.
Okay.
Yeah, and them they know me before from like the dancehall stuff. We just hold a vibe and start building rhythm. And that was just one of the rhythm them that we make. But I think the intention at the time was for because they had just done work. And I remember they heard the demo for that, so them was like trying to build some more stuff in that sound. And then next time I heard it was when the song did leak.
Bro,
like,
get out of here.
With the popcorn version. I hear it and I listen to it and I say, oh, this sound familiar.
Yeah.
And I realized it was the same track. And I was like, oh, it's mad. And then it ended up on the album. I was like, man.
And that was your working with Nelly Furtado and stuff, because she's a big artist too. But would you say Drake, that Controller, was your first real massive first placement?
Well, like in that space for like America for sure. Yeah. Because before that, I did have like other things that was like big in like UK and like #1 in different countries, like that kind of vibe. But for America, that would have been my first like. Yeah, for sure. And I mean, at the time, Drake, like that album Views was like he went the top. Yeah.
And that's what you're doing there. Okay, you have the control. When did you decide to actually now migrate to the States? Where you said, okay, Jamaica was cool, but now I'm gone to the States.
It was, you know, it wasn't really like that. It was just like, because I was started doing so much back and forth and so much work. So it would have been like, even like going to a place like LA, you go there with intention for work for 3 days.
Yeah.
You end up there for 2 weeks. Then 2 weeks turned to 2 months.
Yeah.
And just like so much happening and so much work. So it wasn't like one decision like, oh, we're just gonna leave. And it's just, it started happening to the point where it's just like, yo, man, do this, that, man, finish this project, but then for the last 3 months, I just realized, and you know.
Yeah.
So just eventually like that. But yeah, I still back and forth, and then some of the projects just required me to be here a lot more. So like, cause some things like project based. I work on an album with somebody, like that kind of thing. Take time. Yeah, so it was kind of like that. And then, you know, different relationships, different management situations, whatever, and then you start kind of get into that. Yeah, that's kind of how that did end up that way. It wasn't like just get up and just...
Yeah, because I figured, okay, because it looked, again, just looking from the outside, it looked like, okay, you slow down on the juggling, you're getting some international stuff, so it seemed like your mind was more focused that way. And juggling started to kind of almost slow down at that time. Where it's more singles started to pop off.
Yeah. And just like, I think I just want to expand even business-wise, so I just want to like have a better, because I always knew I could do more than what I was doing. So, and bring back some of the knowledge from that to apply it to what we have. And that's always been my intention. Because I used to always listen to some of the things, like even pop music and things, and be like, yo, how them do this like with this vocal and whatever? Like, imagine if we could do this with dancehall. So like, a lot of the production, no, I approach it that way. If you listen to a song like Hit and Run and them song, the format of it is a pop song. You know? It's just a pop song with patois and dancehall argument. But if you listen to the chord progression, the structure of the song with the big vocals from the hook, and like, that's how a pop song, that's probably how Katy Perry when I make a song. But me just build it with our dancehall groove, with our argument, them and our pocket. So things like that is what I was always interested in, like learning that format so I could apply it. Because that formula works for them all the time. So it's like, if we can find, and that's what Afrobeat doing. All of them big Burna Boy song, that is same structure.
It's that pop, the sound of it.
But with for them core and for them roots of it. And I mean, that's what we're doing with dancehall, from even the crossover dancehall thing them before. The big hook them, Shaggy them, Sean Paul and whatever, but pan dancehall riddim and our argument them. So I was definitely always interested to try, learn that and get that so I could imprint it in what we're doing. And so that is what I've been doing recently a lot now. I'm excited for the new wave, I think.
Okay, you brought it here, so let's go there. Hit and Run. That hit 100 million the other day on YouTube, bro. That's crazy numbers. How did that even come around with Shenseea and Masicka and stuff? Because I've seen one video where it's like you had the reference. You're putting it together, but you didn't even really have words. You just had Hit and Run, and then you said, up. Was it you approach Shenseea, she approached you, and then how did Masicka get involved with that project there?
I had the idea, and then I gave it to Shen, and then it was just her on it before, and she was using it for her album, and then in the last minute before she dropped it, she told me the idea of to put Masicka on it. And I was like, I really love Masicka as an artist, so when she told me that, I was like, yeah, man. And then Tim did jump on it, and yeah, it's fire. The song went crazy.
Crazy, bro, crazy. And another female you worked with, and this, again, these ideas were so left, was with Jada Kingdom, GPP.
Jada.
Again, was that something you did the reference where she had it already? How did that even come together? And even go so left field with that?
No, that was an idea that I worked on and presented it to her. That was our first song together, actually.
Okay.
First time I ever like recorded her. But yeah, that was crazy too. But Jada sick too though. And it's like, that's the next thing with like, cause I know like songwriting thing kind of weird for our culture, but I think it's so much more difficult for artists to take an idea from somebody and own it. and like make it. Cause like when you hear a song like GPP from Jada, like the girl them listen to every word of that and it's like it like instilling on them. You know? But for an artist to take something like that, and like especially like an artist like Jada who's so lyrical and like Shen them who can write so well and like for them to take ideas and own it like that that's a next skill by itself that a lot of artists don't have. Cause people think it's like a simple thing
to own a song that you did that didn't come out of your mind.
Yeah.
How do I own this song?
No, for sure. That's a skill that a lot of people don't have, and most people don't realize. Them think you can just write a song, get anybody, and it, or like no people can do it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that is and I like them kind of collaboration there where you can like bounce ideas off of each other and kind of bring it to life in a place where them can own it and represent it in a certain way. You know, and we work like different ways. Sometimes it's the reverse. Sometimes them bring ideas to me, or like Jada will just send me a voice. I'm like, yo, I want to work on something like this. And then I make a melody and send it back to her like, yo, what do you think about this? And then, you know what I mean? That kind of vibe.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just, that good working flow like that.
Yeah. How I know you're still a freaking genius in 2025, you're showing us how you built the rhythm for Aidonia song there, bro, with a fan.
Oh, yes. Oh, Peter Pat. Yeah.
Yo, a fan guy? I said, no, man, this man not a fan.
Yeah, they posted on TikTok, and he saw the TikTok, and the link was like, yo, that rhythm that you make. I was like, yo, send it to you. And then make the song for it.
Yeah. Do you just get inspiration from like anything where it's like you go searching for it or it just appears in your mind?
Usually when we just see stuff, when I did, that's when we get into like TikTok too. I did just start seeing random stuff on there. And then I did see like one or two other creatives who do similar things. You used to see like Charlie Puth and some other man who just do them like a studio creative thing that I was like, yo, this, because I always think like that too. I was like, oh, I thought like me alone just see them something. And I just start kind of show the process. And I realized people appreciate the process. I used to think that nobody wouldn't care about that.
Wait, we want to hear that just like when you're even showing the that machine that Timberland.
Oh yeah.
Bro, to me, even if I was the only human being in the world that wanted to see that shit, look, it was mind-boggling. This is what I built on it. This is, bro, that's wicked.
I just always feel like now people wouldn't care about all of that because it's like,
bro.
well, like a technical word.
Bro, we want to see how the thing is built. You know what I mean?
No, it's like, I enjoyed the process, so to be able to share it and other people enjoy the process too, I'm just like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
That's why I started like making them videos on TikTok and them kind of vibes.
You're talking about TikTok, the song that you did where the girl said where she was playing the flute and that one there went crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, let's see what you can do with this.
Yeah, that went crazy.
Bro.
Yeah. That's probably one of my most popular TikToks actually. Yeah, that was quick. It was somebody that tagged me in the comments. That's how I saw the video. They were like, tag the genius, thank me later.
Yeah. And that went crazy, bro.
No, for sure. No people link me about that. Like, I remember, it's funny, somebody in the comments said, don't let Jason Derulo see this or something like that. And the comment get like 60,000 likes. And then Jason Derulo messaged me about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, it's so funny how social media like make the world such a smaller place now. Because like before then, I would have no means of reaching out to someone.
You'd have to go find a manager and know somebody or email.
No, you just a DM away from a person. So
that's wild. And I see lately you're back into your artist bag.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What inspired being back? Say, okay, you know what? I'm going to start putting out songs right now as me, the genius.
I think it come back down to the same, like me showing the process and like people enjoying that part of it. And then like, you know, obviously people realize that I'm doing a lot of the writing and not doing a lot of the stuff like that. And I mean, obviously I had music before as an artist. So it's not like it's not as hard of a process of like just inventing it. So yeah, I think people just appreciate that and just like, you know, try things here and then we make the little demo them. And then, but every time I would post of people that always like argue with me for put them out. Yeah. And like people start arguing with each other in the comments. So like, you're not gonna drop this now, you're a weird style, the man style, you're not gonna drop this song. So I'm just like, all right, we're gonna start drop some of the things them and just like, you know, cause it's easy for me. I can make them things them like
it just comes so natural.
Yeah, I make them something in my house. Like just some of them songs them record in my kitchen. Like literally just quick 1 hour headphones when I cook and record it and
get it out.
Yeah.
Because even the one on the storybook rhythm, and chapter 1, listen, yo, I said when I heard that, I said, damn man, yeah.
Even that was a freestyle too. I was working on something else for somebody, like I think it was some Latin project I was finishing. But I did need a sound off of YouTube to put in the song, like a sound effect. And I go on it. And I remember when I was finishing working, like 4 o'clock in the morning, I did see Russian did upload the instrumental, and it just, it come up in the suggested something. And I listened to it, I was like, yo, this bad, innit? I was like, and I had the thought, I was like, yo, how do we do name storybook and nobody have like a story
chapter 1?
And I just did a little freestyle quick before I go sleep. And I'd record it and just go to bed. And then when I wake up the next morning, I listen back. I say, yo, this bad, innit? I text it to Russian. I was like, yo, just run with this, bad.
Yeah. Now, man, big thing. Here, I think this is one of your latest songs here now. No Man A Bigger Than Bun.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, this is where I'm going to...
Conversation starts in the comments right there.
The man said, yo, leave your story in the comments. So then, no, I'm going to ask you for your bun story, boss.
No, you know what I'm saying? Me just mirror the experiences of a normal. But no, it's enough man number covers. I was like, yo, start telling some neat story. I was like, yo.
Listen, the co-worker, yes, bro. Yeah.
But like, that's my style of songwriting too. Like, I like conversational things. So like, even when you mention like GVP and them kind of songs, I like writing, because one of my little, like I give it like one of the little songwriting cheat code, but to me, I always think of songwriting as like, if you're trying to imagine you're trying to talk to the most popular girl, and it's like, what can you say to get her attention and keep it like throughout the whole thing? So in song world, to me, that is like you're trying to keep the audience attention for 2 minutes or 3 minutes straight. How are you gonna make this happen? Because you can't just come, if you're gonna sing a girl song, you can't just say I love you or whatever, somebody gonna scroll. So like the conversational thing of like, just like how people set up things with them, the right thumbnail, whatever. That's how I approach songwriting.
Okay, so it's like, well, again, it's all under content creation. Music is content creation. So then, as you said, okay, the hook, the 3 minute, the first 3 seconds, you gotta catch them.
Yeah, exactly, the hook.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, that's how I think about songwriting. So I write conversational stuff like that. So like, do the big and one thing and like, that pull people in, like, yo, what this song go? And listen to it and like, it start conversation to it start debating and them kind of something.
Yeah.
But not from a clickbait pace, but just like conversation. Like how you like conversation flow. So that's my approach versus just writing like a regular, like, oh, girl bubble, this and that, normal kind of vibe.
So you have a different approach to it. Even, did you win 2 Grammys or you're involved with 2 Grammy projects?
Oh yeah, one for
Damian Marley, Stony Hill.
Yeah, and then one
for Shakira. El Dorado. Yeah. Those
and then I want enough like things that nominated to.
Yeah.
Almost every other. Yeah, like for the last couple of years I've been on like.
Yeah.
I think nominations for this year soon drop. Excited to see what reggae gonna be like.
Yeah. No man, your thing from ASCAPs to Billboard to Grammy to even CMA the other day. What was that one there? Jiraiya?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There's a lot of them, I can't remember, but CMA was cool too. I love that we have like something for ourselves that look, that, that's like our Grammys.
Yeah.
It's like, I went there one year and I didn't meet enough of like the soca artists them and thing. It was really cool. It was in New York. But yeah, I mean, I feel like with all of them things that help to bring with genre and with culture to like a place where people start looking at it a certain way. And like, especially now when like all of the artists in all of the arenas and Kartel them, Donor them, Mavado, everybody sell out everywhere. It's just like, it puts me back on like a place where, that's why I feel like it's so important that we have to approach everything from a really intentional space now. And like, we don't have no time for fumble, no part of this now. Like this is our next run where we have to like lock in and like, get it right for real. And we have to just think, like I said earlier, think about the music itself. Because as long as the men just think about one themselves, we're gonna just go right back to square one. Right back there.
Yeah. I got 2 more before we wrap this up here. Yep. Genius, your mind is an amazing place. And again, it's you just, because it comes to you so natural, you just deal with it and you don't, there's no show off, there's no super ego. And I mean, there's nothing to, you just keep it normal.
Oh, for sure.
You understand? Juggling wise, when you get back into any more juggling, I see the singles, I said, the Aidonia, I see a couple of Aidonia, the Jadas, the Shen Pony Police, and all of those stuff, we see them. But I haven't really seen a juggling from the G's.
I have some right now, but
Yeah.
it's just timing.
Yeah.
I have a couple actually though.
Okay.
Like in process. Already started like shooting videos and things, so but timing. Especially with like what's happening in Jamaica right now. You know, time and place. So I have to like we go through a whole thing now, I have to like gauge it and so that's what music is timing with stuff like that. Especially with like big efforts like a juggling, different from just you put out a song. For me specifically, to like I want to do it the right way and not just do it just because. So yeah, man, but we'll definitely have a couple things.
Yeah, you're ready for that.
Sure. Yeah, man.
You're somebody, I know you probably have a good answer for this. AI and the music business. What's your real thoughts on AI and the music business right now?
I personally love it. I feel like we've been using AI for a really long time without labeling it that.
Explain.
Like even something like autotune,
I knew you were going to say that.
that's AI for real. Like to keep somebody in key. And it's just like, I feel like you don't have to be threatened by it if you know how to use it. And just like with any other technology, you have to, even if you're not for it, you just have to be aware of it and understand it and just know the purpose of it. Like, I personally don't think AI can run me out of business. But I know, can it duplicate some of the stuff that I can do? For sure. But it's never going to be a replacement as long as I'm aware of how to go about it and to be fair, like in our kind of industry with stuff that we do, all that does is make our life easier. I feel like people who kind of make a crazy big deal about it is people who scared about what they can do or scared it might take away for them thing completely. I personally, I can't speak for everyone, but personally I don't feel like that can happen to me because I use it to implement, to further what I can do.
It's a tool. You're using it as a tool, not as a weapon.
Yeah.
You understand?
Even like doing demos and stuff, enough of the time in sessions, we're doing a song for a girl, just me and 3 other men in the studio. We just use AI and make the AI voice be the girl.
I
I work with an artist, I'm not gonna lie, the other day in LA, I work with a pop artist, a big pop artist. And she had to leave to do like a video shoot. And it's funny, but she's a big artist there. And she was just like, yo, we're like, yo, we wanted the second verse before, I know you have this video shoot, but we'd love to get the second verse. And she's like, can you just record it and then use my AI voice?
I get out of here, bro.
Because she's a big pop artist, like, her AI voice all over the place. And in that moment, I was just like, yo, I might think this, And when I do it, it sounds just like her for real. It match her first verse. I might say, yo. So it's like, it's a tool and it's like, but so I can see why people get crazy about it. I do feel like there's parts where we have to control where like, if it's going overlap with certain things that can legally be against us to like, it don't make any sense. But using it as a tool, I'm 100% for it.
Yeah.
Because it make our life easier. Like,
but you see that they signed the AI artist, but I think a lot of people are confused. And my understanding of an AI artist is you're still somebody behind this thing. It's not like you're just going to the computer and doing this and that's it. You still have to have somebody writing the songs, probably singing it, just changing the voice or whatsoever.
It's tricky. I mean, my only thing with that, like, there's always going to be things like that, and I feel like the future coming whether you want it or not, and you just have to be, you don't have to love it, but you have to be aware of. It's just like with any other industry, cars, everything else. Like, I have a Tesla, and like, if you tell me 5 years ago that I would have been sitting in a car that drive me without my control, I would have been like, I'm never going into one of them. And that helped me know. Like, the car damn near saved me the other day when I come home from studio, I'm tired. And the technology of it is what made me not meet an accident. So it's like, there's always pros and cons. It can be like, yo, it can malfunction anytime, whatever. But I see the benefit and the positive in it. So it's just like, you just have to embrace it and like, know about it, and then you can decide from there if this is something you want to implement or not, or you just want to leave it alone. But the future can happen whether you want it or not. So you just have to be aware and just move from there.
All right, so I guess what's next for you is some more juggling, more work, and all type of stuff. Because we're basically at the end of 2025 right now, so 2026.
Yeah, more music for sure, a lot more dancehall things, like I said, implementing a lot of the stuff that I've learned into this stuff, more business in general, to more new stuff outside of music, just like a whole building into new spaces and just, just an inspired new time. So
definitely. Can't leave without talking about what's going on in Jamaica right now.
Yeah,
every
super
news
important.
station you turn on, I mean, regular mainstream news stations, you're talking about everywhere you go, they're talking about it.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to anybody on the ground? What are your thoughts about what's going on in Jamaica after Hurricane Melissa? What are your thoughts?
No, it's crazy. I mean, it's like it's devastating for sure. It's the first I've ever witnessed my country in that state for sure. So like some of it looks so even like unreal, like watching the videos. I was like, yo, and then I talk to people who some of the areas and all of that. But what I must say though, I'm really proud of how much we've been showing up, and like it's the first I ever see we come together so much, like just like everything else aside. And it's at it show you how simple all of this is. You know what I mean? Like life can just change in a blink of an eye.
Instantly.
You just never know. And I mean, but yeah, all of the initiatives too, like I've been donating to a lot of the different organizations too, like doing personal things obviously. But yeah, man, it's a beautiful see how everybody coming together, like the diaspora in general, not even just in Jamaica underground. But it's gonna take a lot of work. And like I said, this is the first we've ever seen anything at this magnitude. And it really showed the resilience of the people for sure. Like we've always had that, but now we've like really had to show it.
You have to show it to the people and to the world. Say this is what we do.
Yeah.
Seeing the artists come together, producers, politicians, everybody come together with one common goal.
Yeah. And the whole world, it showed like how much we're loved for real. Like the whole world really like we're getting a lot of help.
I'm telling you, it's when you turn on any mainstream, not just you're gonna go turn on a blog or something that deals with the diaspora. I'm talking from CNN to ABC, you name the station, this is what they're talking about, and the aid going down and stuff.
Yeah. No, man, it's heartbreaking though, man. Like, not for the things I was see, like, one of the day, them, I definitely come off on Instagram and get a break. Like, it was a lot for me. I was like, yo, because I just never witnessed that before. Like, I always see them think they're like some fireplace where we don't know about, like, but to see it happening at home in places where me, I'm just like, I'm going to drive on the road all the time. It hit different, so. But like I said, the resilience that our people have and the help that we're getting is like, we have to be really grateful for that, and just like, it could always be worse. So just have to thank God for that turn. I love that we're just coming together, and it shows how much strength that can have when we come together as a people. So, but it's gonna take enough work and enough building, but I feel like we got it for sure.
Yeah,
we got it. All hands on deck, and we're gonna get it. Yeah. For sure.
Genius. Listen to me, as I said, we're starting this conversation. The artist, Bounty Killer was top. See, Genius, here too as producer, Genius, Dave Kelly, Don Corleone. That's what I want to talk about. You understand? And it's just easy flowing. I just linked you and you said, yeah, man, I'm coming down. And you said, yo, do you want me to come to you? I said, no, man, I want to talk to you in your environment. You understand? This is your space. This is where you feel most comfortable. Let's talk here. You understand? Thank you, even Chino, for initially really starting the flow to things, and here we are.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Big up all Freddie McGregor. If there's ever one time where situation is proper and good, I definitely love to talk to Freddie also.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
You guys are good, bro.
Yeah, man, you're
Genius.
Give thanks.
Maximum respect again.
Every day.
Leave some info where they could check out your music, where they could check you out on social media, all that good stuff before we get out of here.
All the social media is just at the Genius one, the number one, and music, same Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, everywhere. And just look out for more music. And just everybody just lock in. And like I say, keep Jamaica under prayers, keep us strong, and more work, more love for the 2026 and going forward.
Definitely. This is our first link of many, right?
For sure.
Definitely.
For sure. We're lucky,
Definitely. Big up yourself again, all right? Bomb. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
Yes, sir.
Bomb. Genius.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.